Hello everybody, my name is Robert Massetti. I am the founder and owner of Fear Film Studios, also the writer-director of the short film Blood Runs Cold. Blood Runs Cold is a vampire movie, obviously, and so when I got the idea about a goth girl that was obsessed with vampires, I really wanted to make that film. How did you make this movie? That's a good question. How did I make that movie? Well, you know, to be honest, when you really want to make something, you'll find a way to do it. So let me give you a little background about the making of Blood Runs Cold. Blood Runs Cold originally was part of our first feature film called Realms of Blood. Realms of Blood was an anthology movie. We didn't have a budget to make our first feature, so the best way that we could get the film made was to do an anthology. So basically take 3 or 4 short films, put them together with a wraparound story to kind of introduce the movies, and that way we could make a feature. By the time I got to make Blood Runs Cold, we already made Painkiller and another short called The Cologne. I learned a lot making those 2 movies. And then when I got to Blood Runs Cold, it was a big, extravagant movie. And I was like, how the heck am I going to make this movie with no money? So it was interesting because everyone wanted to see this movie get made because of my enthusiasm and trying to finish our first feature film. Blood Runs Cold was a passion project for me. I really wanted to see this done very well. I really wanted this movie to be the best I could be. And I think it really shows the potential if I had a budget. I was very lucky that we knew people. We knew this person that worked at a club, talked to the owner, and we were able to shoot at a nightclub during the day. So that's how we got the nightclub scene done. And then we put out a casting call for extras, and man, we got a whole bunch of people that just wanted to be in a movie, and they were kind of goth and dressed up in goth clothes, and so it was fun. And we only had a few hours, to shoot what we needed to shoot before they needed to open up the bar and everything. So we were in a rush. I had a lot to accomplish, and I was like, I'm not going to get this finished. There's no way. I don't have enough time. Again, we weren't paying anybody. We weren't paying extras. And it was funny because the extras, when we first got there, we filled the club, we got the shots that we needed, and then they just took off. So we were like trying to shoot other scenes, and we're trying to put people in the background, and we couldn't, and because we didn't have all the people that we had at the beginning. And so, you know, making no-budget movies is always a challenge, and so you always have to compromise, like I said. So we shot all that footage in the time allotted. We had a dolly, to get some dolly shots, and then the rest was all handheld and just boom, bam, boom, really quick. Luckily, all the actors were prepared, and we were able to get everything that we needed. The beginning of the movie, with all the tombstones and the shots inside the church, were actually shot in Key West. And Key West has these graveyards that all the coffins and tombstones and tombs are above ground. We used to go down there a lot because when we lived in South Florida, it was only like a 3.5 hour drive. So we'd go down to Key West a lot. And they had a really interesting graveyard there. They have all these really great statues of angels. And then there was this one church down there that let us shoot some of the interior stuff of the church. I can't remember the name of the church, but they let us shoot in there. It was like, what are you guys doing now? We're shooting a horror film. Can we shoot stuff in your church? Like, sure, go ahead, no problem. So that was fun. So we needed the lair of the dweller. So it was kind of like the best thing I could describe it as some kind of cave. I was like, how the heck am I going to do this? And then I came up with the idea of maybe I just make it really dark. You won't know where you're at. And so what I did is I went to, I think it was Joann Fabrics or something. Got a whole bunch of black cloth, which I still have to this day. I got tons and tons of black cloth. And then I just put it on the walls, covered the walls in this black cloth, and then just got 2 spotlights to shoot with. And I was like, well, that'd be interesting that people coming out of darkness, going into light, going out of light, going into darkness. And it worked really well. And I put the sound effect of, like it's in a cave and you hear water dripping. And so you don't really know where you're at. And that's what I wanted. And that was a way to be able to shoot the movie for no budget and make it look like we had a higher budget than we actually did. That worked out great. And that was something where, if you think enough, you can manipulate your story to make it work. And I think it really worked well. I don't think if I would have planned that, it would have worked as well. It just was kind of like a spur of the moment. How do we fix this problem? And that's independent filmmaking, is trying to fix problems. It's like, how do we get this made? I don't have the money, and here's a simple solution that worked out great. Making independent films is sometimes you have to be more creative in the process of making the movie than you are trying to develop the movies. Because, like I said, when you're making an independent film with no money, you're always going, what do I have available? What do I have available? How can I get this done? I can't remember, but somebody had given us that cross, which was kind of made out of large nails. And so it was an interesting cross, so we used that as the cross that can kill vampires. Making independent film with no budget is very, very difficult. But again, we shot that movie with a Canon XL1. It was before HD, and at the time, that was probably the best camera you could use. I had a really nice lens on it, but we were still shooting at standard definition. It still works. Very proud of the film. Again, I look at that film and I go, how did I get this made? It's very complicated, had a lot of stuff involved, and we didn't have any money to do it. Very, very proud of that film because, again, it didn't have a budget, but everyone wanted to see this come to fruition. And where there's a will, there's a way. And that's how it got made. Thank you for supporting my films. Thank you for supporting Fear Film Studios. It means the world to me. And keep watching our films. We got more films in the works. And I hope you keep supporting us. And I'm so glad that you enjoy our work. So thank you.